Pamusoroi vakuru vemusangano, musangano weruzhinji, musangano wevanhu, ndichakumbira kuti muteerere majournalists rega aite basa ravo. Imi chamuri kuda kupa nzeve, saka ngatiteererei. Pamusoroi vakuru vari mutende umu, pamusoroi vakuru vemusha wembare vauya pano. Chokutanga ndoda kutenda vagari vemumbare vandiri kuona vakamira kwesewo. Ino haisi rali, uno musangano wokutaura kuti nhano dzatinotora ndedzipi. Saka ndaona vachibaya mamapindwa notwenyu tuya. Pano hatina kuuya kuzoita dambe, tauya kuzoronga kuti chii chiri kutarisirwa. Munoziziva kuti nhanganya yegore, nguva nenguva tinongopinda mugore kumashure tisina kumbotaura kuti chafamba sei. Saka tagara sevatungamiriri takawirirana kuti pakufamba kwatakuita gore negore muna January mavhiki okutanga tichange tichiparura inonzi agenda of the year. Nekuti we are the leading party. The leading party must define the trajectory of the nation. Hazvingaitwi the ruining party because they have no capacity to see beyond their ruining character. Saka tauya pano kuti tipe gwara rokuti tiri kuenda kupi, tiri kufamba sei, ndezvipi zvaticatarisira mumwaka uyu. Kare uko vatsvangirai vari mutungamiriri vaipa an address to the nation through a statement, but takati kutanga kwegore rinoi zvichienda mberi kusvika taamuhurumende, there is going to be a traditional January statement inenge ichitaura kuti tiri kutarisira zvipi kubato, tiri kutarisira zvipi kuhurumende, tiri kutarisira zvipi kuparliament, tiri kutarisira zvipi kwatinenge tiri mumazones of autonomy, kwese kumalocal authorities, mupolitical sphere kwatiri totarisira zvipi. Saka nhasi ndiri kukuudzai kuti tiri papi. Vamwe munoziva kuti papa nedialogue runoitwa hamufani kutaurirwa mumakuwa, munofana kunzwa live and direct where we are and the way we are moving. So I want to thank you leadership, particularly thanking Provincial Chair Chikombo. At a short notice I've seen the structures have come full throttle, and I want to thank you for being organized. Allow me, fellow Zimbabweans, because I want to address those in London, those in Washington, in Guangzhou, in China, those in Russia, those in Tel Aviv. I'm going to be mixing languages, particularly those in Belarus would want to hear us, because they also want to be inspired by our struggle. Fellow Zimbabweans, Your Excellency is here present. I'm told there are diplomats who have come, our members of the diplomatic community, honorable members of parliament, the mayors esteemed is there, our councillors, including their aldermen, our church leaders here present, members of the press corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. In particular, the honor I give to our members of the standing committee here present, is led by Vice President Biti and others, members of the National Executive who have come from far afield. I want to thank you. I have seen you from Lawayo, I have come from Manikale and Chipinge, from Kariba. Thank you for that commitment. We appreciate. Thank you. And may God bless you for that. Allow me to take this honor to present a very important agenda that is going to define the trajectory of our country, Agenda 2020. Of course, you are going to have Agenda 2021 next year, but this one is to define what the year 2020 is going to entail. 2020 is a decisive year of dealing with our challenges that we are facing as a nation. Today we have gathered here. Originally we were supposed to be in Stoddart Hall, but we said as a symbolic gesture. Stoddart Hall has always been used as a great place of history, a place of hope and a place of inspiration, which has served as a revolutionary springboard. And it has been a springboard for many of our country's nationalist trailblazers, religious torchbearers, as well as sports and artistic luminaries. Among them, you know them, who are the leading lights, who have taken Zimbabwe and scaled it to heights of imagination and glory. We do this as an honor to their commitment, but we also do this as a reminder that every time we have a bereavement in the country, before we bury our loved ones, we come to Stoddart Hall. So we have come here to Stoddart to bury poverty, to bury dictatorship, to bury chaos, to bury violence, to bury mashurugwi, to bury high unemployment, to bury all the problems you are facing, in particular to bury absence of electricity and water in your homes. This is our last place to see these things. These things you are seeing, you will see no more. That's why we are here to bury the bad things that we have seen. Because we are meeting in January, and given that this is our first time this year to do so, let me take this opportunity to extend to everyone, particularly those who are listening to me for the first time, our compliments of the new year. But the tragic development is that our compliments have been superseded by complications of last year and the years before, which have followed us into this new year and which are standing in the way in respect of the prospects for a happy and prosperous year for all Zimbabweans. This year, 2020, is an important year, not because it marks the end of a last decade and a new one beginning, but over the last decade we have indeed seen that Zimbabweans have not been able to realistically wish each other a happy and prosperous new year with any credibility because of our circumstances. First, it was with the old republic. Then secondly, it was with the new republic, which is the old republic disguised as the new republic. The last decade and the one before it have seen the destruction of happiness and prosperity in our country in ways that are unprecedented. Throughout the last decades, makore apfuura, tanga tine mudhara wedu wokuvhundusira vanhu, nokuti vanhu vanovhunduka ka. Asi takaona kuti hatine matambudziko munyika imomo. Ndokubva tauya kane mukomana uyo auyo, tikati pamwe zvinoita zviri nani, takabva tabuda mupani kunopinda muchoto, njuga yadya mugwangi, takazviparira. Throughout the last decade, fellow Zimbabweans, we have moved from one year to another on a wing and a prayer, while plunging from crisis to crisis and darkness to darkness, with oppression deepening and a brutal denial of our human rights as the order of the day. Just last week, we were told we're not supposed to proceed with our program because the police were busy with opening of schools. And I said, are police really going back to school? Please go back to school. I'm glad they've gone back to school, so they've not had problems because they are now at school. As we come here, fellow Zimbabweans, we declare 2020, and allow me to do so, with the authority vested in me, by virtue of the vote that you have given to me, as your leader and as a people's leader. It's not a joke to be given a mandate by 2.6 million. You don't need a concord under those circumstances. You don't need to be sworn in under those circumstances. The people would have sworn you in, and that's why I am here boldly declaring that 2020 is a breakthrough year for all of you. Indeed, it is a breakthrough year for people because we are reclaiming our victory. We are reclaiming the people's victory. We are also declaring 2020 to 2030 a decade of rapid and radical transformation. This is the decade when we are going to launch Zimbabwe as a digitally literate country, led by digital netizens, led by competent people, for artificial intelligence, for the next fourth industrial revolution. That can only be done by a competent leadership that understands the dictates of the moment, a digital leadership. Is it not ironic, ladies and gentlemen, that as we come, fellow Zimbabweans, this is the 2020. That 2020, which in 1997, we were told in 2020 we are going to have housing for all. In 2020 we are going to have health care for all. In 2020 we are going to have education for all. In 2020 we are going to have jobs for all. What do we have now? Where we are supposed to have health for all, we now have debts for all. Where we are supposed to have jobs for all, we now have joblessness for all. Where we are supposed to have education for all, we now have educationlessness for all by 2020. 2020 has marked the unveiling and revealing of a lie that was given to us by those who thought that the time will not come for their lies to be discovered. But what have they done? They've taken a step further because they've realized that 2020 has come. They are shifting the goalposts. 2030 ndinenge ndiripo. Hatina inokuwapo kwako, tinoda magetsi kuti avepo kwete iwe. Tinoda shuga kuti ivepo kwete iwe. Tinoda kuguta kuvepo kwete iwe. Tinoda mabasa avepo kwete iwe. Tinoda education kuvapo kwete iwe. Ndinenge ndiripo. Uchite wakutidye maveji 2020 toda nyama kwete iwe kuti uvepo. So we have heard none of these promises. None of the 2020 support and promise is now upon us. As sure as the sun will rise tomorrow, time has come to test our resolve and has found us wanting. We have no health care, no housing, we have no universal education, we have no jobs. Vafana vanabasa munyika. Vazhinji vari kubasa rokumwa kango. Neainzi namudhara tsvangirai papa wemba. Nokuti munhu anenge achingovapamba. We want to change that. We want to make sure that we restore the dignity of all the people of Zimbabwe so that we make our country function once more. Yes, we see that we have no medicines. Today is almost over 100 days with our doctors and nurses having been incapacitated, undertaking an industrial action. But nothing has been done. Medicines and equipment in hospitals are not there. Our teachers cannot afford to send their children, their own children, to school. In fact, the tragedy is that our teachers are suffering from being at work but having mentally resigned. So 99% are at work, but in terms of the mental dispossession, they cannot find themselves at work because they have to be thinking about the pocket, about the empty stomach, about the home that has no electricity. We are killing our education as we are killing the most prized possession of our country in terms of wealth generation. Yes, we have seen that we are a beautiful and rich country with talented people and a wealth of natural resources. We have over 60 of our minerals. But look at Dubai with only oil. They've done wonders. Look at Botswana with only diamond. They've done wonders. Why? There's an English statement I want. If they did it, why can't we? We must also do it. Otherwise, she knows. We are a broken and a divided nation, led through fear, governed by force, and ruled through violence. Man-made poverty is being used as a tool of repression and oppression, while poverty has been weaponized to enrich a few. Food continues, particularly in the rural areas, especially in the context of our drought, to be used as a political weapon to sow divisions, fuel hate, and instill fear. This cannot be allowed to continue. Right now, we are struggling with everything and anything. In education, school fees, our teachers' conditions of service, our doctors' capacitation, water, electricity, transport, our social service delivery in general, and these are the issues we must confront. People have been impoverished beyond measure, no jobs, no income, no lights, no water, no fuel, you see the prices are escalating almost every day. People are being molested and harassed in the shops, not by Mashurugwi, but another Shurugwi called Maprices. People have hell on earth. It's just hell on earth as we see our beautiful country, which has been relatively prosperous, being turned into a hellhole by a failed, rogue, and corrupt politics upon corrupt policies. Now, this is the signal. When the situation is like this is the signal. When people are suffering like this is the signal. When there is no jobs for you, this is the signal. When the old order fails the way it is failing, this is the signal. The old order has failed to bring forth the new. They've shown that they possess neither the appetite nor the capacity to change. They are clearly in the politics of the past and out of time on the exigencies of the moment. To place any hope on our colleagues of the past in ZANU-PF is asking and entrusting yesterday's people in an act of cruelty and betrayal of our children's future. Hakuna chinobuda. Vanoti 2030 tinenge tiripo chinozikanwa hapana. Vanoti Zimbabwe is open for business. Chinozikanwa hapana. Vanoti tichakugadzirirai new dispensation. Chinozikanwa hapana. The old is struggling on the governance and legitimacy front. The old is struggling on the re-engagement front. The old is struggling on the national convergence front. The old is struggling on the economic front. The old is struggling on credibility and integrity on all fronts. Just a couple of days, I listened to the program that is going to take place very soon in the UK. Zimbabwe was not invited. Why? Because we have become a pariah state. We have become a banana republic. We are a don't touch. People do not want to do business with us. We don't commit to our commitments. We indicate left and turn right. We are so inconsistent. We promise reforms, but then we give people hell. We promise to be open for business. We shut people's businesses, including Zimbabweans who have had their business being shut by this government, including our factories. This is the signal. It is the signal because so ridiculous are slogans about the new dispensation, this open for business, Second Republic, this and that have all become superficial rhetoric and delusions in cluelessness, muddling through directionless in governance, in policy formulation, and in policy implementation. This is why we are ready this year to take the reins when the people of Zimbabwe have corrected the past misgivings, because we were voted by the people. The Constitutional Court then declared another result. That does not depart from the fact that we must go back to the 2018 vote. The 2018 vote must count and must not be ignored. It shall not be ignored because it was an effort by the people and must be respected. So, we have heard you ask time and again, when are you going to provide an alternative? And let me also say this again to you. We are the people's leadership. We are clear that we hold within us your deep desire for change. We are the unfulfilled expression of the people's true will. We are you. It is you who voted for us. You whose vote was stolen in 2018. It's common cause, it's known by all in sundry that the election was stolen. Even my brother, my opposite number in ZANU-PF, he's very clear, he has never said that he won the election. He said that I was declared by the Constitutional Court. Because he doesn't want to lie on that aspect, and I must commend him for that. Because he knows that he did not win the election in this country. Yes, as we go into this very important year, we are emboldened and resolved. Come what may, we will not be intimidated. In fact, we have already told the police that we are going to be very law-abiding. But when you then decide to run away from the law, we are only going to send you back to the law and the Constitution by exercising our democratic right. There is no law above the Constitution, and the Constitution allows us to demonstrate as and when we feel that it's necessary to demonstrate. So this year is going to be a year of demonstrations and action. Are you agreed there? Are you with us there? Are you there? Do you agree? Are you going to stand with us? Are you going to stand for yourselves? Thank you. So this year, it must be known. I saw our colleagues in ZANU-PF, they have been very reluctant to see our demonstrations, but I can tell you that more are coming. More are coming because they are a constitutional injunction. They are not coming because it's a gift that comes from ZANU-PF. They are coming because it's a gift from our democratic dispensation of a constitution. So therefore we are going to demonstrate, and we will make sure that we do so in a manner that avoids and circumvents any attempt to bastardize the law in its interpretation. It is time to fight for a Zimbabwe that we all want and so rightly have been dreaming of. In 2020, we will focus on 5 key fights. We will focus on 5 key fights. No. I can't hear you. We will focus on 5 key fights. Leadership will focus on 5 key fights. Thank you very much. What are the fights we are going to focus on? The first fight number 1, is a fight for a people's government, reforms and legitimacy. It is our submission that we do not have a people's government. We have a government that was declared by the Concord, but the people voted for a government that they want to see in 2018. That people's government must be put in place as fight number 1. The second fight is a fight for a better life. We have to fight for a better life and livelihoods. So our fight is going to be a fight for dignity. And we'll give you a series and raft of measures that we are going to put in place in that fight. The third rung of the fight. Now this affects our councillors and mayors and all those who are deployed into stations of government, including members of parliament. We are going to have a fight against corruption. Now when we fight against corruption, even if you are a relative, even if you are a brother or a sister, even if you are a supporter, a disciple and a believer, when you are corrupt, we cut our ties. Please hear us. Hear us clearly. Corruption is something that we have to fight and fight hard. We have observed in ZANU-PF, they pay lip service to corruption. Corruption is being fought in the context of their opposition within and without. They use state institutions to settle political scores at a personal level. Akazoona zimwe zvakuitika. Atitori nyaya dzomumba. Toenda nadzo kuda kunoparadza ma-state institutions on account of that. We must fight corruption. Number 4 is a fight for the people's rights, freedoms, and security of persons, and the rule of law. Nyaya kuti kune mashurugwi inyaya tinofana confront together as a people. Vanhu tikasamira to defend ourselves, tinodzika toita zvakaita kunana Rwanda. We have a soft genocide taking place. I've listened to our colleagues in ZANU-PF at a high level. None of them has condemned the crisis we have in the country of organized, command-initiated from the top violence, which is challenging the security of persons. So this is going to be very important, particularly as a fight with all its tentacles and levels. The last fight, which is a big fight for the year, is a fight in defense of the Constitution and constitutionalism. We have seen Mr. Mnangagwa barely before the ink has dried. They now want to bring a new constitution into jeopardy by tearing apart through amendments. We are going to fight this in Parliament. We will fight it on the streets. We will fight it in all the corridors where we are able to fight, because it's not a justified program. It is all about emasculation of the electorate and also manipulation of ourselves. Now, I've said we have 5 critical fights. These 5 fights are going to manifest themselves in a number of ways. The first is an initiative we are launching, and I'm launching this initiative which we call Breaking Barriers Initiative. We have too many barriers politically, part this, part that. We have too many barriers in terms of our religious formations, church this, church that. We have too many barriers in terms of our classes, high class, top class, lower class. We want to break barriers. So we have what we call the BBI as an initiative. This 2020 is the people's year to start a people's decade. It is a year for people's action. And I want to thank you very much, because the way you are listening is that you want to hear the direction we are taking. It is a new page that we are turning in making Zimbabwe a reality in newness, whose journey was started way back by our glorious movement when we first entered in Parliament in 2000. So for us, 2020 is a page that must be turned. The change we must seek is the change that should see us broadening our struggle beyond just the political parties, but also to include the churches, the civic society, to include the youth and the women, to include those from the urban areas and those from the rural areas. This is the fight to make sure that those who are from different stations of life are part of the national project of building our agenda and breaking barriers as an initiative. It is this initiative that is going to see us taking politics from words to action. Because you know that we are going to be remembered, not for what we say, but for what we do. So we want to make sure that we run away from the sins of commission and omission and start to make sure that those sins do not follow us. We Christian 2020, the year of a people's breakthrough, the year of people's action, and I'm happy to announce the launch of a Breaking Barriers Initiative, BBI, which is going to be at your doorstep as we ask you to participate across the political divide for a common agenda. Even those in ZANU-PF, we are calling on you to come together, because this is no longer about parties. It's now about breaking barriers as an initiative. The barriers to our happiness, the barriers to our security, the barriers to our freedoms. So let us come together as we launch this BBI. I will go into the main objectives of the BBI, which is the broad agenda and a consensus platform for all Zimbabweans to make sure that we come up with common action in defense of rule of law, our well-being, livelihoods, our national interests, job creation, happiness for all, those who are uniformed and non-uniformed, citizens and non-citizens, but who are in Zimbabwe. It is our duty to promote the teaching and learning of all these key subjects in science, including preparing our nation for a digital platform through artificial intelligence, machine learning, propelling Zimbabwe into readiness for the 4th Industrial Revolution. Those are some of the components. We will engage, of course, friends of Zimbabwe, our cooperating partners in the international community, to rationalize their humanitarian support and develop projects that are going to help in safeguarding the lives of people. So we'll have this campaign on the 5 fights, and these 5 fights are basically to make sure that we restore legitimacy. We restore the will of the people. We are very clear, and allow me to say this. I'm so happy that all of you are listening to this one. While the Constitutional Court made a determination that the application we lodged and initiated challenging the controversial ZEC election and declaration and announcement of my opposite number as winner in the 2018 presidential election, we are very clear that that decision we disagreed with, and we are allowed as legal practitioners to disagree with it. We are now in the new phase where ZEC itself in their report to Parliament, they've shown beyond argument that the results of the presidential election in 2018 were transmitted, captured, collected unlawfully, improperly, irregularly, and therefore void to be an election that can be validated in any manner or circumstance. It is very clear the law is supposed to be followed when results are being transmitted from the ward centers. The ZEC National Command Center did not follow the process. The compelling evidence of how the presidential election was rigged by ZEC is enough for anyone to see through their own report which has been placed in Parliament. But not only that, we know that the people have a right in terms of our Constitution, Section 67, subsection 1, to express themselves in a manner that advances their cause, which cause we are going to advance. Yes, a lot of you have not understood why we have taken this position. We are taking it on the basis that once people speak, their actions must be obeyed. The people spoke. I'm sure you spoke. Did you speak? Yes. So the fact that you are very clear in having spoken in 2018, our Constitution, which says clear that executive authority is derived from the people of Zimbabwe, equally parliamentary and legislative authority is derived from the people of Zimbabwe, so is the judicial authority in terms of Section 167 or 162. All those are clauses that we are going to use to advance the defense of the sovereignty of our people. Now, you would want to hear from me as we articulate our 5 critical fronts. What are we going to be doing on the various battle fronts? I'll start with the leading of the struggle, which is the part, and I've almost about 9, but I will be going into them in detail, but summarizing them. As a party, we successfully held our 29th Congress, ushering in a new and dynamic team of leadership and skills that we have. Your movement is very strong. We have structures across Zimbabwe. We are growing in membership. We are modernizing our party. We are moving into grassroots structures in every village, every farm. We are focusing more on the rural areas. We are sharpening our policies. And we are happy that we have become the leading party in terms of thought leadership and policies. I've seen that right now. Our colleagues in government have copied smart agriculture. It is our concept. We hope that they will copy it in substance, not just in form, so that they are able to also implement it for the benefit of Zimbabwe. Smart agriculture, through our smart policies, has always been what we articulated through our vision for a new Zimbabwe. The People's Party, which was born out of the working class, continues to strengthen day by day. We are 21 years in resilience, service, and sacrifice. We continue to grow from strength to strength, and we will continue to revamp our structures to make sure that our systems are innovated and modernized. This is your party. It is everywhere. Chazezesa chezanu-PF. Hakuna imwe party inovhundusa ZANU. Vanorara vanofunga MDC. Pavanomuka vanofunga MDC. Mumarari avo vanofunga MDC. Pavanodzowa pedza kuba vanofunga MDC. Chazezesa wemusangano weZANU-PF. This is your party. We want to thank you for supporting this party, people of Zimbabwe. May God bless you for that. Thank you for supporting this party. This party of yours is not without its own challenges. Tinema challenge akawanda. Takaona takuda kurwiswa mumatarezi mhosva. Tikaona agenda yoda kuzama kushandisa makotsi. Kuti haiwa kukaendwa kumakotsi vochallenge leadership yedu, vochallenge mastructure yedu. Ndobva tati aiwaka akatama ano musha wake ngaagare nemusha wake, ane hama itsva dzaava nadzo dzaanotamba nadzo vachita furuwa. Ngativaremekedze vachienda kwaanoenda. We will not allow anybody to dictate the leadership yomusangano wedu. Saka vanenge vachifunga kuti vanogona kuwana leadership inodictatewa nekudifanwa neZANU, forget and relax. This leadership is here to stay as defined by the people. Vanenge vachifunga izvozvo, ndinokumbira kuti ndai munorota morega kumuka. Nokuti mukarota mukamuka munoita mamhepo uye ukarwadziwa upore. So yes, I know our colleagues in ZANU-PF have been trying every trick in the book to try and weaken this movement. They will continue to try. Vakamutadza Tsvangirai, vachamutadza uno Chamisa, vagotadza zvachauya, nokuti musangano uno hausi wemunhu, musangano wevanhu. This party was not formed in a bedroom. It was formed by workers, it was formed by farm workers, it was formed by you, the people of Zimbabwe. Those vanokanganwa. Haina kufomwa mubedroom kai, haina kubva mubodroom kai, yakabva muvanhu, yakabva muvashandi, yakabva muvarimi, yakabva muvavo veterans, yakabva muvadzidzi. You can't defeat an idea beyond your capacity. ZANU-PF angazama, we are going to strengthen the party and we will continue to do so. Saka manzwa ka agenda yedu semusangano zvatichaita kugadzirisa kumabranch, tiri kuchinja nyaya yeparty candidate selection this year. Hatichadi vanhu vanoimpozwa. Hakuna munhu anopinda kungokaruka wamhara seshiri. Munhu uchabva mumastructures emusangano. Saka vaya vana benyu mumaelection, moziva kuti hatisi kukubvumidzai. Vaya vanonyangira yaona, takuonai, waonekwa. Taakuda kugadzira musangano wedu, munhu anotariswa nenhoroondo. Kapfupi akataura kuti chisina nhoroondo chine ngozi. Ende ngozi tinoiona zuva nezuva yezvisina nhoroondo. So we will strengthen our structures and make sure that we modernize our party. But wokuma MP uko nekuma kanzura tiri kustrengthena nyaya yeperformance evaluation necontract. Kana usingadzokeri kuvanhu tokuvhomora muparliament. That is our agenda this year. I've said, and let me say it again, our members of parliament, our senators, our mayors, our councillors, who are not towing the people's line, being their punchline in their everyday leadership, are going to be taken out of their stations of deployment. Unodeiko muparliament kana wakuenda kunomirira dumbu rako? Unodeiko muparliament kana wakunomirira zvido zvako? Muparliament mezvido zvevanhu. Ngatidzokerei padonzo rezvido zvevanhu. The people's agenda, the people's government. That's why the big fight as we go into 2020 is a people's government, a people's interest, and allow us to make sure that we exercise leadership to deal with those who are doing tomfoolery and their own conduct that is beyond what we expect. It's a new culture. It's a new culture. MP ngadzoke kwamuri. Saka tubisa whistleblower platform yokuti munotifonera ku office. Kana MP achinetsa, haasi kuuya, hatisi kumuona, tomushanyira. The next agenda is the parliamentary agenda. Dr. Aurai, I've said we are going to be articulating the 2020 agenda. What are the major highlights on our parliamentary agenda? We are going to deepen our role in parliament. We are going to work very hard to make sure that we fight illegitimacy in parliament. The state propaganda machine will have you believing that the MDC has abandoned the people's cause. The reality is that we continue to fight for transparency, accountability, and I want to thank our MPs who have done very well in the debates in Parliament. Thank you MPs who have managed to shine and to do very well. In the portfolio committees you have done very well. Thank you very much. And may you continue to improve and to do what we expect. Yes, our MPs will continue to do what they have to do to express what we have told us to do. We are also going to fight very hard for the diaspora vote. The diaspora vote is a very important vote. We have 4 million Zimbabweans in the diaspora on account of political and economic circumstances. That vote must be fought for. Yes, our numbers are not as strong, but we are going to use that zone and that space as a zone of struggle to make sure that we advance the call that you are making on diaspora vote. We are also going to strengthen the capacity of our MPs. We are in the process of building a support and research institute that will build capacity ema MP edu kudebata kuitira kuti musoro munge makazarawo zvinenge zvadzidziswa donzo remusangano negwara revanhu. So we are doing this to enhance the capacity of our legislators. Hamurambidzwi kutaura chirungu, chishona, chiraparapa, kana ndebele, kana tonga muparliament. Kukosora is a contribution that is acceptable mu parliament. So endai munokosora, endai munotaura ndebele, endai munotaura neshona. You don't need to use the Queen's language. Use any language that you so wish to articulate and advance people's interests. Number 3, our local government agenda. Ero kadambudziko ndoshamisika vakomana veZANU-PF nevasikana MDC iri kunyima vanhu mvura. Ndobva ndati musada kunyeba nokuti mutemo ndi musati maugadzira. Ike zvino izvi tine MDC iri pa steering wheel, but motikari iyaya engine iZANU-PF. Saka kuti ifambe munhu anozama kutorevha engine yakapara. Ndiri kuti mvura munyika muno inonzi suppose in terms of the Water Act iri pasi pa president ndiye muridzi wayo. Kureva kuti mvura painoitwa produced inoitwa at central government level, but mvura painoitwa distributed inoitwa nemakanzuro. Saka makanzuro aida haana chokudistributa nokuti hapana chiri kuproducwa. Iwo vakuda kuuya kuzotuka hosepipe pamvura isiri kudhamu. Ndodzomora here. Mandifila here. We have said, yes, our local authorities are zones of autonomy. You voted overwhelmingly for the MDC. We have a duty to deliver services. We have a duty to deliver our smart policies. And we are going to launch the smart policy document in February. That document will define our infrastructure roadmap. Takuda kutanga kunoita insist kuona some of the things that chaita tamu government manje zvakuitwa ma local authorities. Tirakidze kuti mviro dzemanza mapfeka. Kwete ngotanga vandoda kuita mhanza inotanga yamboshunga. Ona tapa mhanza yakuda kuita. Kuitira kuti you can manage a tax shop so that we can entrust you with a bigger supermarket. That is what we want to see kuma councillors. That is what we want to see kuma local authorities. Toda kuona we are launching in villages what we call the smart village concept. In every rural area toda kuita model housing yema rural areas. Muchaona nokuti ane program inonzi MDC in communities. Hatichangomiriri zviya zvokuti ZANU ndo inoita chete. Takunovaka mabridge, tovakira vanhu dzimba, toenda kuchirikadzi, tonovaka zvikoro. Ndavatiso go. Kwete kuva an oppositional mindset. Nation building and national development is a collective affair. Saka pamaspaces atiri, MDC must go and show kuti we have a footprint of excellence, a footprint of leadership. Toda kuenda ikoko kumaruwa. Tataura kuti kutanga gore rino every month tatingamboparticipate muzunhu zvenational cleaning day. Takuya neinonzi jekesa Zimbabwe kana kuchenesa Zimbabwe, tsvaira Zimbabwe every month. Musi wakanzi unofanira kunge uchitsvairwa, toungana totsvaira tichirakidza tisu machinja shumba yeZANU nhasi tasangana. Mandinzwa here leadership kumaprovince. I hope you hear what I'm saying here. We must have a nation building project. Irikuya nema local authorities tise effort yedu so that we are able to deliver victory and deliver change in livelihoods for the people. Ndiri ipapo, allow me to also say mabottlenecks ataona ari kunetsa. Kanzuro haisi kushanda zvakanaka. Sei chokutanga zvandataura zviya kuti isusu tiri kudrivhai mota yakaponjeswa mavhiri. Procurement yema local authorities is done by local government. In particular, it is actually in the president's office, and it's a problem. So my local authorities do not do their procurement, which affects their ability to make my decisions and not advance my issue livelihoods, my local authorities. Budget rate, local authorities no approve when a central government. Is that not bizarre? That is actually illegal and unconstitutional. Central government cannot dictate agenda in local authority because there is devolution, there is decentralization of authority. Saka nyaya inofana kugadzirwa approval a city council budget cannot be done by a central government minister, the local government minister. Nyaya ma ministerial directives anongonaya vakaona kuti kuba kwawo kwakubatwa voisa ministerial directive. We don't want them because they are illegal, so we'll be fighting them this coming year, this 2020. Nyaya senior employees, my clerks, my heads of departments, hiring and firing must be approved by the local government board, which is under the minister, which is a problem. We want this to be dealt with. So today, nyaya igadzirwe kuitira kuti paine change and difference in our local authorities. As you are aware, takalonja kune vanobaya kana kuti vanovhisitirwa nemweya wokukumbira nechomwoyo, muchabatwa neurimbo, muchabatwa norukwa, rwendo rwuno hakuna kwamunoenda. Ndava takaisa boka, a panel called the Integrity and Accountability Panel, which is chaired by Advocate Tabani Mpofu. They've started doing work. They are going to be hearing evidence from you. We know that they are also going to help in terms of giving us an objective report as a party in terms of the way forward. Allow me, as I almost about to conclude, to touch on the electoral agenda. This is the political agenda in your dialogue. My elections in munyika muno anozikana kuti ibope, anokonzera dispute. Kubva 1980, my elections are a blood affair. Raketange boxing, vezanu vakangozati kune kuketa, wototi dzioratanga. Hatisi kuda kuti my elections arambe aripo for us as MDC and as the alternative. We do not want blood to be lost on account of politics or elections. As you know, we have had a number of by-elections kumaruzeva. Vanhu vonyeba kuti aye zani iri kuwina. Ndakaenda kumushawo. Ndikati kosei kuno kuzani chinzi iri kuwina. Zvikanzi vachamisa zvinhu zviviri. Chokutanga, hatidi kuriska upenyu hwedu kuzvambarazva nokurohwa senyoka dzapinda mumba. Tichiziva kuti hazvichinje hurumende. Ndikati but local authorities very important. Kanzi aiwa, hazvisizvo, isa hatibvumi kugeza makumbo, tisina kugeza mwiri wese. Kana takuchinja tinochinja kanzura, MP na president. So what does it tell us? It tells us that in local authorities, nyaya, intimidation, violence, abuse of food as a political weapon continues to be a problem, and we need to revamp that situation. We are pushing for reforms, electoral reforms before my elections. Electoral reforms, even in my by-elections, is an agenda that we are taking. We are also reviewing participation in my by-elections as senior electoral reform, because it's a contradiction in terms kutrenda ku election which is not backed by a credible and a conducive environment. We are going to push for a route of my reforms, and in that regard, fellow Zimbabweans, we have come up with an alternative electoral bill. Rese bumbiro raitora zvinhu zvakataurwa nema-international observer missions, vana NDI, vana RI, vana EU, vana AU, ndo ratiri kushandisa kuti this is what we want to see in the new amendment of the elections. If that is not done, we don't fit it as a perfect electoral bill. That is an alternative. Tiri Papo, we are also going to launch that document to detail what we want to see as an alternative in terms of electoral reforms. That is going to be very useful in the context of Parliament, but also in the context of our agenda ya kupusha ma reforms atoda kuona. Allow me to turn to the governance agenda, which is the agenda yekutungamirirwa nemararamiro anoita vanhu. Ndataura nyaya mashurugu. Mashurugu yanetsa munyika. Asi chiri kutinetsa ndechekuti mapurisa edu nemasoja edu atosvikawo kuti akupinzwawo pakuti anetswa nemashurugu. tine mupurisa akarohwa akafa. We have not seen sufficient action kudhila nemaproblems akadai. Tinozviziva kuti mabhemba, the Bemba movement, ine mashops anozikanwa anogadzira mabhemba iwayo. Why are we not acting on those people who are manufacturing those machetes? Why are we not acting on the headquarters? Takambone chipangano, tikaone Al-Shabaab, takamboita border gaze, ike zvinoizvi ane mashurubu. Why should we continue to have that? Iwe mkoma wangu wakanyarara. Sei wakanyarara? Tikaona musha wapera, toza kuti ane chikwambo ndiye akanyarara. Saka tichatsvaga manje nengozi yapedza musha, tichaita gumbwa, toenda kunotsvaga ndiana, toenda patsika mutanda, ndiana apedza mhuri mumusha. Ende tinokuzivai nemaitiro enyu, nokuti hamuna kutanga nhasi. Maitiro enyu tinoaziva. Zvakubatai zvinokuitsirai muzvibhakira, zvakubatai zvinokuitsirai mukurovana. Isa hatiwirirani nazvo, nada, taramba. Isu hatina dzivo nemapurisa, hatina dzivo nemasoja. Ndakaona akauya kuzosecha maofisi edu, ndikati vakomana, imi munoti dei taita zvejambanje, taita tanzi tunoda, tingatedza, but hatidi jambanje, hatidi. Isu takamira nenyaya ye peaceful confrontation in terms of our constitution, kusvika marights edu taawana. Takaona the cost of conflict. Vana Angola vakaparara, vana Mozambique vakaparara. So I know a lot of you are saying, oh Chamisa, ndakabvunzwa nematicha, why are you not allowing us to take my guns? Because we cannot take that route. That route is a hazardous route. Peace must be our high road. Peace must be our continued call. You cannot use violence to deal with violence, because violence begets violence. Hamuna kunzwa chirungu chandataura? Hamuwirirani nacho here? Ndoziva vamwe mune kuti mudhara uri kuti iwewe. So yes, nyaya yejambanja yatinetsa, and we are proposing setting up of a judicial commission of inquiry or a parliamentary committee to do an inquiry into nyaya mashurubu and tell the nation the truth about what is happening in Midlands, because ndokwayatangira vana kushandiswa kuparadza upenyu nokuda kwekuparara kweupenyu vasina means of livelihood. And ndoda kutaura panyaya yemapurisa nemasoja, isu hatina bakatwa utane musere, isu hatina army yatiri kuda. Our army is the only army we have, the people's army. Chatinongoda chete kuti salutai unenge asarudzwa, chero ari tezvara muduku bvuma ndiye mukwasha waupuhwa ipapo. Ndosaka tiri kuti haiwa chishiwo chedu kuma security forces edu kutoremekedza. Indinoziva capacity yanayo. Mashurubu haite problem. They've done so well as our soldiers in Kosovo, in DRC. They've done so well in various international assemblies. And you know what masoja wakatarisa, when they are doing their work, they do what they know best, serving their country in patriotism. Ndosaka ti masoja anofana kutariswa chikafu chao. We must not tamper with our security forces. They must not be treated as a problem, but they must be treated as a challenge that must be helped to make sure that we have security forces that are well fed, that are well resourced, well catered for, to deal with even issues in capacity. Not threaten our national security and our ability to live as a people who are happy. So ndonga manzwa zvatiri kutaura ipapo kuti musoja itoda kuti soja kugwinya kudya nyama, musoja hapuwi mavheji. Izvo zvokuti idyai muriwo izvi, haiwaka, musoja ndewe beef. Kudya kunoda kuti kunge kwakanaka, kuti vanhu vange vachifamba zvakanaka. Mauto edu tinoada, mapurisa edu tinoada. Zvinotirwadza kuona munhu ari muuniform anofana kunge ari the source of refuge. Iye wakunzi ndo paunorohwa. Mupurisa anofana kuteta nekutya. kusumudza mbomba kurova baba namai, kurova bosi wake anomuemploya. Munhu anopenga chete anoti unonorova employer wake kwakafa unobhadharwa nani? Our police are our police. Tofana kuremekedza nyaya iyoyo. Ndoenda panyaya yema-constitutional amendments. Ndichinokwengura nyaya. Ma-amendments aruda kuitwa nambotaura ndikati tisatiwirirani nawo. Ticharwisa. Isu tiri kuti kunyaya parliamentary agenda. Let us go to implementing the constitution, not amending it. Let us go to aligning the constitution, not to try and tamper with it. Ngati align constitution, ngati implement constitution. Up to now, my MP akasarudzwa ne-devolution asati aitwa sworn in. We want them to be sworn in kuti vaite basa in those alternative spaces. I also want to say, nyaya upfumi wenyika, mundibvumidza, I will not go into detail, but it's true kuti upfumi wenyika, in our document, we've touched on corruption. Taona corruption yadzikamitsa. We've touched on nyaya nesa munyika muno. What do we want to see? Isu tiri kuti gore rino, we are pushing kuti ngatisiyanei nemari yenhema, ma-fake RTGS, tidzokere ku-US dollar and a basket of currency. Vamwe vanoti mari munowanepi? Mari tinayo takazviita mu-inclusive. Kana mune nharo tipei muone. Risati radoka munhu anenge arohwa nemunhipo yemari mbovha yemufaro. So yes, we want to push our capacity production munyika. We want to push nyaya clear vision munyika. We want to push nyaya livelihoods munyika. But more importantly, confidence business. Nakaona ike zvinoma vanoita gold panning vakuti 50% is retained by government. That is going to inhibit against investment in that mining sector. We want to see massive servants achibhadharwa mari ne-US dollar. Maticha ngapuwe US dollar. Manesi ngapuwe US dollar. Mushandi ngapuwe US dollar. Fees must fall. Prices must fall. These are the campaigns we are going to be running under the restoration and the fight for livelihoods on the 5 fights that I articulated. Allow me to touch nyaya agriculture. Pamunoona tapindwa nenzara. But agriculture is a big issue. Why is it a big issue? Hatisi kuziva nyaya kugadzirisa nyaya lentenya. Isu tiri kutaura kuti vanhu ngavapuwe ma-title deeds. No reversal of the land redistribution program. Munhu akapuwa munda achitorima ipapo ndepako. But anenge ane minda yakawanda, aiwa hakuna barika kuminda. Iva nomunda mumwe chete, zvinhu zvifambe zvakanaka kune vese. Ndakaona Kenya yakabvumidza barika. Ndikanzwa vanhu vekuKenya vachifara nemadzimai vese kuita mapati. Ndikaona muZimbabwe yakaita bope. Hakuna barika rinoitwa kuminda. Minda inoitwa 1-1. Ndo policy yedu kuagriculture. Nema-climate policy yedu anoita kuti tigadzire zvinhu. Onai dambudziko ratapinda. Vakomana vamwe vasikana vanoita kufamba kwerozhwa. Kana isati yabondera haidzokeri shure. Vaiziva kuti kuchaita drought. Because kwaane nemishina umhetura hwemuchadenga. Unoita kuti uone kuti kuchaya drought. Plan for it. Tokunhwana Smith akaita 8,000 dams. Because haiziva kuti our country inoaffectwa and buffeted by all those intermittent issues of drought. So going forward, SIDA yakaita a good report in 1996. Ikaona kuti ma-water bodies anofanira kuitwa so tisaramba tine ma-drought. Drought becomes a governance issue kana pasina planning. Ndosaka tiri kuti isu we have an alternative plan. Kezvino ndanjifamba kwese kwananjifamba ndavanoteerera kandikataura kuna na Germany nana Europe ndikangoti bufu voteerera. So ndaiti vedu vechimbotipai chikafu. Bope rangu namunangagwa nderimwe ndibosendeka. Vanhu vanofana kuva nechikafu. Democracy is meaningless without food. Democracy is meaningless kana vanhu vasina kuguta. So we are making an international appeal for the humanitarian support and assistance to people in the rural Matabeleland, Mashonaland, Masvingo, Manikaland, Midlands, munyika mose vari kufa nenzara. Vabatsirwe, international partners, please help us. Hear our voice, where we are crying for you to help us. Forget about our problems in the country. Help us on the humanitarian front. Help us on the health front. Help us to feed people. Please, please help our people. Otherwise, we will lose lives because we have a serious drought that is going to affect our country on account of our improper planning. Nyaze utano, we are going to push through Parliament and elsewhere the 15% Abuja Declaration threshold to the budget inofana kupuwa ku health. Nema doctor yedu akadzingwa anofana kudzoka kubasa. Doctor atambwi naye. Ndonga mkoma wangu Chiwenga akazoziona kuti doctor akakosha. Ndava upenyu ndi doctor. Makliniki anoda madoctor. Mahospitali anoda madoctor. Panyaya dzedzidzo, of course, education remains a big issue. And ticharamba takafocus about investor muwana echidiki because young people are a condemned lot on account of education and lack of support to meet the threshold yet Dakar framework yet 22% of the budget inofanange irimo as a way of an alternative. Now, allow me, as I outline the penultimate issue, nyayo kuti tikuenda kupi ne political agenda. Makamira nyayo anditi? Because for us we have said, you cannot fix the economics of Zimbabwe without fixing its politics. It is politics stupid. If we don't resolve politics, we will not be able to resolve the economic questions. Let's resolve our economic issues through our politics by fixing it. Ndakauza President Ramaphosa, ndakauza ma-president andotaura nawo mu region, kuti mukasatibatsira kugadzirisa, Zimbabwe is becoming a burden to South Africa. MaZimbabweans arikoko deti nawo muno ma-industry, zvinhu zvedu zvakanaka. Right now, Zimbabwe is becoming a burden in the region, kunana Botswana, on account of our inability to solve the pertinent questions dzinofana kugadziriswa. So I have already requested the support of the SADC region internationally and also the AU kuti batsirei kuti zvibatsire. Isu hatisi kuda kuita rimwe dambudziko rinogadzirwa neimwe nyika kunze. Tibatsirei tiyanane vana yanyamunhu. Mukoma wangu ane mangoromera, ini neuchenjeri. Tobatanidza mangorovero neuchenjeri, nyika yende mberi. Pana ngatikunda? Kana padaro pana ngatikunda? Tapanana mazano ekubatanidza nyika yedu kuti yende mberi. Pari zvino hamuna ngagwa vanotungamirira Chipenga nokuti vakawana Chipenga. Isu takapuwa vazhinji tisati nevakawanda pama-elections. So pese pavanenda kunze kwenyika, I've said to our international players, don't request Vamnangagwa kuti vauye because he is a piece of the country. The other piece is leaving it behind with me. So we need national re-engagement to combine these two pieces so that the international community re-engages the combined piece of the whole of Zimbabwe. And vanowirana neni vakati ndionesi takunzwa mashoko ari kutaura taanzwa tawirirana nawo. Yes, tinofana kuva neroadmap inoritenda nyika kulegitimacy. Yes, tinofana kuva neBBI takutaurirai kuti taakuda issue yokumeka sure kuti taita a campaign and initiative yokuita burn all the barriers, yokumeka sure tinoremova mabarriers, yoregera kuva nyaya yeZANU kana MDC, yova nyaya yenyika yomwana weZimbabwe. Tose tofamba pamwe chete. Zvinokufadza here kuti munotsvaga mabasa kuSouth Africa? Zvinokufadza here kunotsvaga mabasa kuBotswana? Ko ivo ndo vana Mwari akaita sei kuBotswana? Vana Mwari akaita sei asina maZimbabweans? Mwari wedu ndeumwe chete, chatachinacho chakasiyana hurumende neutungamiriri. Yedu iri muno iscope donoro, vana maningi ndaa. Dzevamwe dzinogwisa mvura nokuti dzinoremekedza vanhu munyika. So what is our political agenda? Makaona isu takataura ende ticharamba tichitaura. Chii chaita kuti musoro uteme, usarapa mhopo, ukasvina mota uchisiya chishongwe chiri mukati, mangwana rinodzokazve. Kubva 1980s, 1990s, taisina mota tisiya chishomwe riri kuramba richidzoka mota. Takaenda uko hatina kugadzirira dambudziko permanently and perfectly. So our crisis must be properly diagnosed. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical practitioner, I'm a lawyer. But I know that when you are a doctor, the proper issue is to have a diagnosis of the problem properly. Chirwere chedu chatemesa msoro I governance crisis. Governance crisis born out of legitimacy crisis. Legitimate crisis are born out of disputed elections in Zimbabwe every electoral cycle. Tikasagadzira ipapo chino tikaita imwe election 2023, 2020 chakuti inongodzoka ipapo. So I've told them that we must cure 2018 in order to have a permanent cure for any future disputes in election. What do I mean? There is no credible future election in this country without the resolution of a disputed election. 2020 must see the restoration of the people's will through our BBI, which is an initiative that we are going to launch. And we will unpack it to you in greater detail in the streets and in the villages. We must return our country to legitimacy and democracy. We published our real document. Document read is the return to legitimacy and democracy. Takataura, we have a 5-step solution. And then Takataura Nyamwe Nezuro. We have not said Nyaya legitimacy is a precondition, but it's a necessary issue on the agenda. So yes, we'll have Nyaya dialogue, but agenda inofananga iripo Nyaya legitimacy for it to be resolved. It is not a precondition, but it is a necessary situation, an issue, agenda, an item to be debated. Kuti atende nenyika yedu mberi. Muri kupanzawo here baba? Takataura we are committed to genuine dialogue. Poland, uko atiendewo. Ndawa imi mukada kundiende kunotamba kuinda muherisa dzamutekwe. Pandinonyura ndambedzwa nengwena, munozoti waitambire murwizi imomo. Rwizi runengwena harungopindwi, unokupwa usikazivi. Saka haiwa, takati tambai mega mchikupana ikoko. Kana mawirirana, then we can have a dialogue ini neunenga abva kurwizi runengwena. Iyo ngwena yacho tosangana. Indakamira paruware ngwena achibva murwizi kuitira kuti ndisamezwa. Saka mukandiona ndichidai, there is a reason why we are doing that. Hatigoni kunoenda in a poisoned zone. Kana vati debate racho, dialogue racho rikone, harigare rakadaro. Ende ndakataura kuti inini handisi kuzomuvha chero vatungamiri vanhu vakatengwa vakanzi uyai tipinde ini semusoro wechitima ndoramba ndakamira matoroko kana muripo. Saka mazvinzwa ngako vanofunga zvimwe havashaipika kudetaenda kuzvigaro zvehurumende. Hatina kufomera musangano zvigaro, takafomera musangano ugaro. Hatina kufomera musangano kupuwa kudya kwedu asi kudya kwevazhinji. So hatisi kuzobvuma chinhu chisinga-address the systemic structural issues dzaaffecta muZimbabwe muno, including nyaya yokuti vene roadmap kuma-elections ari proper in future, including nyaya yokuti your vote must count, including nyaya yokuti vene trajectory yenational healing. Munyika muno vanhu vane maronda, vanhu vane misodzi. Guku rahundi ine misodzi inotyisa, ine mavanga anotyisa. Toda kuvapodza murunyararo in peace. Vanhu vakatorerwa mari, mapensioners vamwe vakapururwa kusara vasina. Masavings vamwe vakanga vasevha nokuda kwaMutuli, ungouya wanyora mutemo wako ungoyati Mutuli apedza mari yenyu. Vanhu vatambura munyika muno, their savings are gone. All those are issues to be addressed in the context of national healing and national vision. Toda kugadzirira nyaya iyi nedialogue. But ndichakuudza kana dialogue raramba tinoita sei. So that we are clear, because kana zvikaramba toita zvimwe, zvimwe zvikaramba toita zvimwe, dzimwe nyika dzopindira. Handizve kuti tigadzire dambudziko romuZimbabwe kureva kuti chii, toda kuita zvinhu zvedu murunyararo. Basa redu riitwe murunyararo. I have emphasized nyaya yepeace all the time. Saka pakauya ma-initiatives endodati muninzi wepress munyorewo zviri pachena. Isu tiri kuda genuine dialogue. Nyarara henyu We want genuine dialogue. The dialogue must be scaffolded and underwritten by a credible mediator. This dialogue must be a dialogue not about power, not about positions, but a dialogue about vision, principles, the future of our country, so that we have a shared future, we have a shared pathway. Those are true days. Towirirana kuti dambudziko rakati togadzira sei. Matambudziko ese atiri kuona anotembesa vakomana ZANU-PF nevasikana musoro. They are an overnight problem because they are many men. Takazviita mu-inclusive. Isu kupinda netimu yangu yana mashakada. Kungodongorera so kuona kuti apa na baba ndakuda shoot one time. Mangwana chaiwo kuona mafactory akuputika neutsi. Zvinhu zvavakuita zvakanaka. Because tinoziva what has to be done. We must restore trust, confidence. We must make sure that we get consistency in policies. We must make sure that the rule of law, ease of doing business. This is also, we have plans and mechanisms to make sure those things are in place. Saka aiwa paka uya machechi. Kane machechi uya tite 7. Yes, the Sabbath. Kutsanya, sarudzo. Kata, vanhu vamwari manamati. Kata namati. Kata aiwa kana manamata makore manomwe akawanda. Hatigoni kutsanya sarudzo nokuti ndo the oxygen of a democracy. Elections are the oxygen of a democracy. Saka toda kumeka sure kuti hatienda kunosuffocate that oxygen. Ngatigadzirei matambudziko. Tinowira nemachechi kuti dambudziko riri muno is a crisis of governance. Towira nemachechi kuti dambudziko riri muno munoda dialogue. But we don't agree kuti roda 7 days dzakarebesa. But we are saying bring your issues. Toita a dialogue on it. We have already given them our position. Kumachechiwo apart from Zimbabwe Council of Churches neagenda yakaitika pakauya vakomana vangu vana utaunashe nana mudhara vangu vana Father Mukonori nemukoma wangu uyu mutendi wokumusha kwangu vakauya vakatenda kuti matambudziko arimo shuwa akakura. Vamukonori vakati shuwa tine mukono wematambudziko. Vautaunashe vakati iwe ndiwe une utahwashe unofanira kuti winde kunogadzirisa nyika. Ndikati ndinozvinzwa vakuru vekereke todi zvikati bvuma Mnangagwa ndiye president. Ndikati bhati chinhu chikuru mubhaibheri ndechekuti usabvuma nhema, usareva nhema. Ine muri mabhishop ndoreva nhema muchida kuti ndinde kugenda makatarisa ndinamatirewo ndirambe ndakamira pachokwadi chokuti sarudzo dzakadiwa muZimbabwe. Awu vadzokera kuna idi ari kuti aiwa Chamisa ngaabvume izvozvo. Ngangobvuma timboshanda tesa next time ndozomupawo. Ndikati waunotozata apo wakatora ko next time zvako zvikakubata futi zvinokuwisira futi pauri ipapa. So takati aiwa toda dialogue riri proper. Ndo pakauyawo Vambeki vanouya ndakavaona kuna December. Ndavaona vakati ndauyawo muZimbabwe. Tinoziva kuti wewe une rutsigiro rwawakapuwa nemaZimbabwe. Saka takaruona tiri kuSouth Africa mutsindo wembizi wakasvika. Mukurumbira wakasvika. Ndikati wakasvikawo. Zvikati zvine mutsindo. Ngatinotenda. Saka todi panzira kuti iwe tinzwa kuti maissues ako ndapi. Wozi mukutadza kuwirana sei naMnangagwa shamwari yako. Ndikati handizive kuti tiri mu1 room ari kurasika papi. Ndakamutina handisi kuda kuti ende kugurumwandira rake rePoland because ndoenda ikoko ndonosangana nevamwe vanotanga taura nyaya dzinangana nebasa rese. Ene unoziva zvipopi zvine tsika yekuda kungoruma mumakumbo nyaya isina kuitwa. Saka handiendi ikoko ino. Kwandinoenda toda kuti tisangane. The key political players as defined and voted for by the people of Zimbabwe in the 2018 election. Tobatanidza mapfungwa dzedu on the issues dzatakataura dzoda kugadzirwa toenda mberi. Ndozvaunoda ndikati that's all right. Ndakunodzokera kuna Mnangagwa. Vakadzokera. Vanotaura nemukoma wangu ED. Because isusu politics we differ but we are not enemies. And ndoshamisika kuti ED kubva muparamendi mandaichinjara naye mazano ino tichipanana zvikomo zvichipanana mhute munogoziva chine mhute zhinji chinopa kune shoma ndaipa zvangu ikoko kune chine shoma tichiwirirana muparamendi kubva ipapo kana kumbonzwa kana nezvake haachadi kana kumboti munin'ina wangu wakadi aiwa tongori politics kusai kungowiriranawo sevanhu venyika iwe ugotungamirira nyika uchizvati kune munhu wakapiwa chinhu muridzi wembudzi aripo iwe uda kufudza mbudzi dzake haudzikami haudzifudzi dzinodya minda yevanhu ukaparara pasi rose ndiri kuti chii dialogue is very important ndakauza vambeki vadzoka nyaya wakataura ndoda kusangana naED iri difficult because vamunangagwa vakumbira kuti vada munoita maprocesses avo ekusanganawo nevanhu vavo ndikati zvakanaka hakuna usina mhomho ndorangarira vamugabe achiti iwe tsvangira uda kundivhundusira nemhomho ndouyawo nemhomho yangu ndikati aindai kumhomho yenyu munovaudza isu chatinoda igenuine dialogue genuine dialogue inoita kuti tiende mberi ende ndakataurirwa nenational executive vari pano maleaders vakati vapuresident vedu pamunotaura nyaya yedialogue next time indai munokumbira kuti our military our soldiers vavewo part of the negotiating table because vanogona vane maconcerns asiri kuadresswa nemapoliticians tinzwe kuti maconcerns avo ndapi. So leadership is an issue that I'm here to execute and implement as per the National Council, because that is what you demanded. Dialogue radio and credibility. But dialogue, rinofana kuva dialogue rokuti zvinhu zvedu zvifambe, rokuti zvinhu zvedu zviite zvakanaka. So ndakuudzai pavakadzoka vambeki vakandakumirira kunzwa kuna vamunangava, nanhasi vakamirira kubva kuna vamunangava. Saka ndingati munzwisise kuti ini ruoko rwangu I have extended the hand of peace, I have extended the hand of rapprochement, I have extended the hand of dialogue to say for this country to move forward, it takes two to tango. Let's dialogue about the issues affecting the country, but genuine dialogue underwritten by the international community so that we are able to resolve all the issues of reforms that are fundamental to move the country forward. Anything short of that, I'm ready to quit in the wilderness for as long as it's necessary until the objective of Zimbabweans it was realized. To the extent that you will support me and you are with me on that principled position. Saka hayo yakambopaka yambeki yakapaka imwewo dzimwe dzakawanda dzasingatauri pano dzine vatungamiri vanoda kuzama. Isu tuna dialogue region because chero hondo ikarwiwa sei inoperera pa negotiating table. Chero vanhu vakaenda kuhondo munguva yehondo vakawane pfuti vakadzoka vakaita Lancaster House agreement. A lot of people will say what brought us the liberation, was it the agreement or the liberation war? Intellectuals will argue, but there can never be an effort that does not culminate in an agreement of the warring parties. In the court, if we are able to get dialogue without spilling blood, is a better solution than to lose lives so that we are able to go to dialogue. Like zvakaitwa kuna Sudan, zvakaitwa kune dzimwe nyika, vanhu vanotanga vapfurana nepfuti vozoya kudialogue. Why can't we just save lives, have dialogue, toita transitional mechanism or transitional authority? Kwete kuti vamunangagwa ndimuripo haiwa pane mangangeka panyaya yechigaro chamambo, toita transitional mechanism. Indakataura ndiripo kana mchida kundiona semupanho wechidiki ndimbobata geja imuri pamumvuri, kana zvinge zvanetsa mochizouyawo pandenda topedza kurima nokuti ndova muforo mangwanani kusvika nyika yaita zvakanaka. Saka tiri clear. That's why isu hatisi kutombozorora, tiri vanhu vari patouchline, super sub rakamirira kupinda mugame. Ndiri kutotrota nekundozali anytime chimuti chinogona kuwira mumaoko mangu ndisumudze nyika yende mberi. Freedom must come. Freedom must come. Our country is at a crossroads. We stand there as we stood long ago, and we made history by being involved. Isuse maZimbabwe nyande edu ndakudzai kuti hakuna imwe signal yandogona kukupai kudarika kusignal yamuri kutambura iri muhomwe menyu. The signal is in your pocket, the signal is in your stomach, the signal is in your house, the signal is the life that you are leading. Maiwana ere signal iyo. Now, vamobvunza kuti vachambisa muri kuti iko ndiri kuti ini power ndenyu. Hakuna 15 million people vemuZimbabwe mukange maronga zvamunoda in terms of the constitution. Hakuna munhu anokumisai. There is no gun that is able to stop you. There is no politician that is powerful enough to stop you. Saka maZimbabweans zivai garai makaziva kodzero dzenyu. Hatingakundwi nevane zuro vakati zvashata vakawana mhinduro kumatambudziko avo. Isu zvashata munhu ndiwe mhinduro. Zvashata iwe neni tine basa ndokubata kwatinofana kuita. Munowirirana neni here? So gore rino 2020 igore rebasa, igore rekushanda, igore reaction. Asi action yacho inobva kupi? Inobva kwauri, inobva kwandiri. Action yacho inobva kupi? Inobva kuMDC, inobva kuZANU-PF. Action yacho inobva kupi? Inobva kune vari mumaruwa, inobva vari kumaruzevha. Kana tatungidza taridza ngoma yekuti uyai huyarira, munhu wese anofanira kuita mahonyera achiita vhesi, vamwe vachirova tena, vamwe vachirova hwamanda, kuti nyika yabatana for freedom so that we are able to liberate our country and have democracy in Zimbabwe. So manzwa zvakataura tibva pano muchidzokera. Pana ane doubt here na agenda yatataura. Zvabuda pachena ndipi? Kuna vati gore tarigadzirira, gore tarirongera. Isu tiri kutarisa kuti haiwa Mei zvinhu zvinofanira kunge zvanaka. Kana zvisati zvanaka tatadza basa. Vati kugona basa hurirongera. Saka tichauya mudzimba, tichauya mumavillages, tichauya mumakambani to organize and to make sure that as a people, not as an MDC effort, but as a people's effort, we are able to bring that initiative. Yokuti, we are building my bridges, we are building my bridges are important, and turikuda to make sure tichibhena my bridges ne poverty, we are building my bridges ne utano nekurarama kwakanaka toenda mberi. Hama dzadiwa Zimbabweans, may God bless you. Our God is with us. God is in it. You are going to see our miracle this year. Yokuti zvinhu zvinofamba, but miracles work when we do something. Faith without works is dead. We must have our works in place so that our faith is activated. God bless you, Zimbabwe. Ngosisikelele, Amtope, for being part of this great journey. Thank you very much. We love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. God bless you.